My sister didn't yell. She didn't insult me. She didn't even look angry. She just said, "You're not coming to Hawaii for Christmas." And in that moment, sitting at a family dinner table surrounded by people who once swore they loved me, I realized something chilling. They thought I was already erased. What they didn't know was that I'd been preparing my revenge in silence. And before dessert arrived, their entire life collapsed. My sister Mara didn't raise her voice when she said it. She didn't have to. "You're not coming to Hawaii for Christmas." The words landed flat on the table between the salt shaker and the mashed potatoes. No emotion. No hesitation. Just final. Mom stared down at her plate like the potatoes had suddenly become fascinating. Dad adjusted his glasses and scrolled a phone that wasn't even unlocked. And Brad, my brother-in-law, tightened his mouth into something that wanted to be a smile. Not happy. Not smug. More like someone who'd been waiting years to see if I'd finally break. I didn't. But something inside me cinched tight. Not hot. Not loud. Cold. Quiet. Purposeful. Mara used to be my person. When we were kids, we'd sneak into the kitchen after midnight, stealing cookies, trying not to laugh too loud as the floor creaked beneath us. She'd grab my hand before crossing the street like I might float away if she didn't anchor me. She used to whisper, "I'll always have your back. Always." I believed her. Then Brad arrived. Loud. Ambitious. Smiling like he was mentally measuring every room he entered. He didn't steal her. She handed herself over. Piece by piece. And every piece she gave him, she took from me. At first I told myself it was normal. People grow up. They build lives. They drift. But then the drift sharpened. Calls became texts. Texts became silence. Inside jokes I wasn't inside anymore. And eventually, a pattern. They only reached out when they needed something. Money. Favors. Cover stories. I was useful. Not wanted. Last winter. Family gathering. Too many coats on the bed. Too much forced cheer. I walked past the guest room and heard voices behind the half-closed door. Mara's voice. Thin. Vicious. "She's a liability," she whispered. I froze. Brad murmured. "She clings. I think she wants us to feel bad taking these trips without her." Then Mara laughed. A short, cruel exhale. "She can barely keep her life together. I'm tired of propping her up." Silence. Then, "She doesn't need to come to Hawaii. She'll ruin it." Something inside me went very still. I didn't burst in. I didn't confront them. I walked away. With the kind of silence that becomes strategy. After that, the erasure became obvious. Missing invites. "Oh, we forgot to tell you." Family group chats I wasn't in. Then came the email. Not meant for me. A rental contract for their Hawaii trip. Accidentally forwarded. Attached note from Brad to Mara. "Don't tell her. She'll make it dramatic. We don't need her energy ruining things." No denial left. Just clarity. My chest didn't tighten. My throat didn't close. Something settled. Cold. Clear. Final. Justice isn't loud. It's patient. I stopped chasing invitations. Stopped sending money when Brad forgot his wallet. Stopped fixing their messes. I pulled back with surgical precision. And that's when I noticed the thread. The lake house. My parents' old place. Still half in my name. The transfer paperwork? Never finished. Mara assumed it was done. He was wrong. I checked everything. Taxes. Difference. Liens. Sloppy. Very sloppy. They were behind on payments they didn't even know existed. Brad had been renting it out illegally. Short-term rentals. No authorization. No second signature. I didn't confront. I documented. I made calls. Rental agency. I can't authorize further bookings. County office. I'd like a reassessment. All factual. All legal. Then I waited. Which brings us back to the table. Mara finishes her sentence. "You're not coming to Hawaii." She looks at me like she's finally won. I let the silence stretch. Then I say, calm as breath. "That's fine. But before dessert, we need to talk about the lake house." Her fork freezes mid-air. Brad's smile twitches. I lay the papers down. Unpaid taxes. Illegal rentals. County notices. I explain gently. My signature is required. Ignoring me has consequences. Disrespect has a cost. Mara's face cracks. Confusion. Fear. Realization. You wouldn't do this, she whispers. I meet her eyes. I already did. Brad swallows. So, what do you want? I stand. You're moving out. Effective immediately. Silence. They moved out within the week. Hawaii was cancelled. For the first time in years. I didn't feel small. I felt balanced. Justice doesn't roar. It hums. And if Mara ever wonders how I did it, she'll never understand. I don't break. I calculate. And I finish what others start. Sometimes revenge isn't about destroying someone. It's about reclaiming yourself. About refusing to shrink for people who never planned to make room for you. Silence isn't weakness. Sometimes it's preparation. If the story hit home, smash that like button. Tell us in the comments, what's the most quietly satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? And if you want more stories where patience beats cruelty every time, subscribe, because the most powerful revenge is staying standing.